Video 7: Multiple Attackers, the Predator Pack. Content disclaimer. Before we begin, this video contains descriptions of realistic violence for educational purposes. These techniques are based on actual encounters and are designed to save lives. The graphic nature of these examples serves to illustrate the serious reality of multiple attacker situations and the responses necessary for survival. Introduction. Real attackers hunt in packs. They don't challenge you to honorable single combat. They overwhelm you with numbers, coordination, and violence. I've seen this throughout my world travels, analyzed it in law enforcement reports, and trained against it with military personnel. Multiple attacker scenarios aren't random chaos. They follow patterns. Predators have tactics, and understanding those tactics gives you the edge you need to survive. Today, we're breaking down the Predator Pack mentality and giving you the strategic tools to turn their numbers against them. This isn't about fighting multiple people, it's about surviving them. There's a critical difference. Fighting implies you stay and engage. Survival means creating chaos, exploiting their weaknesses, and escaping. When facing multiple attackers, your goal is simple: get out alive. The reality is how Predator packs operate. Multiple attackers don't just happen, they're coordinated predation. Remember school bullies? I'm sure you do, and there was more than one of them. We were introduced to Predator pack dynamics without ever knowing it. Here's how the pack mentality works. Pack structure: there's always a leader, the alpha who initiates and directs. Secondary attackers follow his lead but watch for opportunity. The weakest members position themselves for cleanup work or to block escape routes. Pack tactics: they surround you to eliminate escape options. They attack in waves, not all at once. This maximizes damage while minimizing their risk. However, that can work in our favor. It's similar to using the environment to limit the avenues of attack. They use distraction: one talks while others position. They coordinate without speaking through eye contact and positioning. Pack psychology: they feed off each other's aggression. One's hesitation can stop them all. Their confidence comes from numbers. Remove that advantage, and they often scatter. Again, this works in our favor. Critical insight: packs are strong when organized, vulnerable when disrupted. Your job is to shatter their coordination before they can execute their plan. Chaos is your ally. Their numbers become a liability when they can't coordinate. Remember, it's up to you to interrupt their attack and keep them off balance. Then, as they adjust to your chaos, they will reform with another attack strategy. This is where our rinse and repeat strategy comes into play again. We have a two-step approach. First, you must exit the volume or space where the attack originated. Don't stay where they grabbed you, move and change the space around you. A simple illustration: if someone chokes you, let your legs go limp and hit the floor. Chances are, they won't follow because you're heavy, and they weren't ready to lift you. If they do follow you to the ground, the eyes, throat, and groin are the primary targets. When that's done, you must stand back up to meet the other pack attackers. Second, you must interrupt their strategy. Utilize what Musashi taught us: paint the picture you want your opponent to see. You need to manipulate the attackers in a way that interrupts their plan. Positioning strategy: never get surrounded. Positioning against multiple threats is survival mathematics. Get the angles wrong and you're dead. Get them right and you have a chance. Rule 1. Keep them in front. Never let attackers get behind you. Being back to a wall, a car, or a similar barrier is better than enemies behind you. Move constantly to keep threats in your visual field. You must exit the center of the circle where your attackers surround you. One way to do this is to attack one of the people surrounding you and then take their place in the circle. You must stay out of the center, that is vital, or you might die. Rule 2. Use terrain. Position yourself where their numbers can't be used effectively. Narrow spaces like doorways, between cars, or stairwells force them to come at you one or two at a time instead of 5 at once. Rule 3. Identify escape routes. Before engagement, know your exits. Multiple attackers want to trap you. Don't help them do it. Keep moving toward escape paths, never away from them. Rule 4. Create angles. Position yourself so that attackers interfere with each other. If they're lined up, the front ones block the ones that can't reach you. Use their positioning against them. Consider this: when in the middle of a circle, you can be attacked from anywhere around you. Your threat vector is 360 degrees. However, if you move into a corner, you can only be attacked at a 90-degree angle. That reduces the attacker's access to you by 3/4. Rule 5. Control distance. Stay close enough to strike but far enough to move. Multiple attackers need space to coordinate. Deny them that space while maintaining your mobility. Target prioritization. Who dies first? In multiple attacker scenarios, target selection determines survival. Hit the wrong person first, and the others will destroy you while you are engaged. Priority 1. The leader. Identify and neutralize the alpha immediately. He's directing the others, and his destruction often scatters the pack. Look for the one giving orders, making eye contact with others, or positioning the group. Priority 2. The closest threat. Whoever can reach you first gets hit first. Distance equals time, and time equals survival. Neutralize immediate threats before addressing distant ones. Priority 3. The most dangerous. Size isn't everything, but training is. The one who moves like they know what they're doing gets priority treatment. However, if you can select one of the group that seemingly doesn't know martial arts, then take him out to make them a poster child of what you can do. Make it as devastating as possible to drive your point home. At that moment, the group will be frightened of you, and the leader might back off altogether. If not, you at least reduce the pack by one member. Historical moment. I was once surrounded by at least 8 guys, and I was in the middle of their circle. Textbook attack on their part. I scanned the group and centered on the largest one of their motley band. He looked lost anyway, so I made a judgment call to attack him first, do it devastatingly, and make him my poster child. I moved in swiftly and took one finger, pushing it into his eye. The eye popped out of the socket and hung down on the optical nerve. Remember, people don't do push-ups with their eyes. All eyes are weak points in our bodies. The bad guy fell to his knees and started to vomit. I then looked at the others and said, "Who's next?" That was all it took for them to change their minds about attacking me. Now, as devastating as that was, I remind you to realize I didn't kill or permanently disfigure him. The eye attack, I'm sure he survived with minor physical damage, other than his nightmare encounter with me. He went to the hospital and got his eye fixed. He didn't go to the morgue, nor did he need to recover from any anatomical damage. Attack pattern. Strike hard enough to remove them from the fight entirely. Half measures get you killed. Your targets remain the same: eyes, throat, and groin. Damage one completely, then move to the next. Critical principle: you're not fighting multiple opponents, you're fighting one at a time, very quickly. Full commitment to each target, immediate transition to the next. Movement patterns: constant motion equals survival. Static targets die. Moving targets survive. Your movement patterns determine whether you control the engagement or become its victim. Pattern 1. Circular movement. Keep moving in arcs and circles. This prevents full encirclement and forces attackers to constantly reposition. Circle toward your escape route, never away from it. Pattern 2. Linear attacks. When you strike, move in straight lines with maximum speed and violence. Get in, cause maximum damage, get out immediately, no prolonged engagement. Pattern 3. Elevation changes. Utilize height differences, such as steps, curbs, and vehicles. Higher ground gives you a visual advantage and forces them to attack uphill. Lower ground can hide your movements. Pattern 4. Obstacle integration. Use cars, walls, poles, or any other object that disrupts their coordination. Force them to move around obstacles while you maintain freedom of movement. Real-world example. I remember seeing a smaller person who was attacked on the street. He dove and crawled under a car. The attackers were trying to get a grip on him to pull him out, and even that was easy to fend off. Soon, the balance of time was in his favor, as seeing these men run around and reach underneath the car drew the attention of the authorities. This was a brilliant way to limit the avenues of attack on his body. Advanced technique: slope fighting. If they have weapons and you have the chance to move onto a slope for the fight, make them fight downhill towards you.
I'm downhill, where I prefer to be. He's going to reach out and cut my throat, okay? I'm going to get a hold of that arm, and I'm going to produce this motion, but at the same time I'm going to turn, so he's going to come down the hill, with me like so. Thank you. Okay? So he's cutting himself. Okay? And then
They can't use their weapons effectively as their arms can't reach you when you're down the slope. You can block with your hands, and all they can do is kick you while keeping their balance. If you can grab their legs during your block, lean back and throw them down the hill past your location. Movement principles. Always be moving toward escape, never stop in the center of multiple attackers. Use your strikes to create space for more movement, change directions, unpredictably move through their formation, not around it. Using attackers against each other. Multiple attackers can become multiple problems for each other. Here's how to turn their numbers to your advantage. Collision course. Position yourself so that rushing attackers collide with each other. Step aside at the last moment and let momentum take care of the work. Two attackers running into each other creates an opportunity for you. Human shields. Put attackers between you and other threats. Grab one and use him to block others' attacks. Throw him into his friends. Make them obstacles for each other. Timing disruption. Attack when they're bunched together or moving as a group. Your strike on one affects others' positioning and timing. Disrupt their rhythm and coordination. Psychological warfare. Take out their leader violently and visibly. The others often lose coordination and confidence. Make your first strike devastating and obvious. Fear is contagious. This strategy takes a page right out of the 1st Earth Battalion's book. This type of response will create a powerful, visual, and psychic disincentive for others to want to attack you. Again, paint the picture you want your opponent to see. Escape through chaos. Once you've disrupted their formation, don't stay to finish the job. Use the chaos you've created to escape. Confusion is your exit strategy. Tools integration, multiple threat defense. Against multiple attackers, your tools become force multipliers. The Defender series excels in these scenarios. Extended reach, multiple attackers require you to strike from a distance while maintaining mobility. The Defender 2 and Ice models give you the reach to engage threats before they close the distance. Rapid target transition. You need to move from target to target quickly. The Defender's design allows rapid strikes to multiple opponents without complex techniques. Retention under chaos. Multiple hands grabbing means superior retention is critical. The Defender's grip design ensures you keep your tool when everyone wants to take it. Intimidation factor. Multiple attackers often scatter when they realize you're armed and dangerous. The Defender's visible presence can end fights before they start. Attackers can see something in your hands, but they don't know what it is. What kind of weapon is it? Then, their fear takes over, and they instinctively run away. Multiple target capability. Eyes, throat, groin, the Defender reaches all targets effectively, allowing you to neutralize multiple threats rapidly. Training for multiple attackers. Training for multiple attackers requires specific drills that simulate real pack dynamics. Drill 1. Positioning practice. Work with 3 to 4 partners who slowly close distance while you maintain optimal positioning. Practice keeping them in front while moving toward exits. Drill 2. Target priority. Partners wear numbers or colors. Call out priority targets as you move and position. Train your eyes to identify threats quickly. Drill 3. Chaos simulation. Partners create controlled chaos while you practice movement patterns and target selection. Build comfort with multiple moving threats. Drill 4. Escape focus. Every drill ends with escape, not victory. Train your mindset to understand that survival means getting out, not beating everyone. Mental training. Visualize multiple attacker scenarios. See yourself identifying leaders, creating chaos, and escaping. Mental rehearsal builds automatic responses. In closing, multiple attackers aren't looking for a fair fight, they're looking for a victim. Don't give them one. Remember the principles, keep them in front, hit the leader first, stay mobile, create chaos, and escape through the confusion you've created. Your job isn't to defeat them all, it's to survive them all. The Defender 2 and Ice models are specifically designed for these chaotic scenarios. When retention and rapid target engagement matter most, quality tools become the difference between survival and disaster. Use the coupon code COMBAT for our Combat Series discount. Next week, Weapon Defense Reality, what works when they're armed and you're not. We'll cover knife defense truth, gun threat realities, and improvised weapon tactics. Master these multiple attacker concepts before moving to weapon defenses. The principles are built upon one another. Remember, you're not fighting multiple opponents, you're surviving them. There's a difference, and that difference could save your life.